Welcome to the Metanet Hunter 5-year anniversary marathon, part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. Right after the first part, we just want to make sure things went good. So we're going to do a new game, and this is the remake of Metanet Hunter 1.
Okay, I remember this. Sort of. A little bit.
This is my favorite one. The tutorial is the best thing. It has thumbs up and thumbs downs for things that are good. And that is the best thing.
That's actually kind of great.
It's so charming.
Also, the Articunos are furries now. That's good too.
They have tails, and they look more like cat monsters. According to X Tomas, they're demon cat monsters from hell. It's funny, this game actually has the most media attention because it was a Game Jam game. It didn't win. It actually did really bad. It's like number 77.
For me.
100.
Could be worse.
It could be. It could be number 100.
Don't worry, one of these days you'll make it to the top 50.
Oh boy. But this is definitely the best Meta Hunter in terms of just, hey, play it and go, and I just died. It's also got cooler effects, like, for once, screen shake, animated monsters, signs that tell you things are good or bad. Animated fireball. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that nice effect for getting hit. Something that the last game never really did. This was the beginning of the juicer phase. This actually was a tech demo to also show off Meta Hunter 3's base engine. Though that's not as impressive anymore. Also, fun fact, the cave monsters are actually themed. You can tell they're bony versions.
I like the background for this. This one. I like the torches.
Oh yeah, fun fact, this game actually has backgrounds too, compared to the old game.
Still gonna be honest, I'm still liking the old one a little bit more.
Nostalgia is a bastard. Woo.
I'm sure I just like the simplicity of it. I don't know.
I like how simple this one is too, though. Look, nothing's still that complex.
That's true, but I think you lose something when you go, when you lose a lot of the simplicity.
I mean, it's certainly less intricate than Remix, even.
I mean, that's true.
But then it's got more, because Kinzo's got a lighter body, the face is no longer as wide. There's happy face, sad face, blow up blocks. I mean, wait till you get to,
That's really dark when you think about it.
Yeah.
Those blocks are just happy minded own business. They can't hurt you. They're harmless. You just jump on them and you just kill them. They blow up. They might have had families. You don't know.
Welcome to the dark level. One thing SE does that it's a lot better than the other games for, every level has something different about it. That's something you don't actually see with the CD as much. And I plan to bring that back in GT for sure. Okay, well, I didn't die at least. Plus, this is also the first game where death spikes are no longer as prevalent. In fact, there really isn't any. The closest thing there's a spike block, but that's not till the last world.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of them yet, have we?
No, we have not.
There's no hard mode in this, is there?
There was going to be, but there is not. We were going to expand this game like twice over, but we never did.
So, a question. I might have asked this before. I'm not sure if it was one of the test recordings or the real recordings. So I'm just going to ask again anyway. If I did ask it before, I'm not sure. Which of the released Meta Hunter games is your favorite?
Overall, SE.
This one?
Yeah, easily.
Do you also think it's the best?
In terms of playability and accessibility, yeah, it probably is. I do prefer having a bunch of suits and things like that from CD, but then I gotta admit, SE is the better game.
Do those bomb things have mustaches?
No.
They look like mustaches to me. I'm sorry, my eyes are real bad. From my point of view, where I'm seeing right now, they look like the character Mr. Gar from OKKO. That's what they look like to me. If you've ever seen that show, that's what the face I'm looking at now. I can just imagine having his voice, and it's hilarious. And anyone who's watched that show, anyone who's seen that show, just imagine Mr. Gar's voice coming out of those weird things. And I think it's the greatest thing ever.
What the heck?
I have bad eyesight, and I have, like, glasses are, like, 10 years old.
Why haven't you got new glasses yet, actually? What the heck?
One of these days, it will happen.
Don't you have eye insurance? What is going on? That's not important. What the heck? I thought you replaced those already. Oh my gosh, dude.
One of these days.
These are bouncy clouds, and there's birds, and they have explosive eggs. Because everything explodes in Meta Hunter. Michael Bay edition.
So this game's your favorite. Does it also have your favorite art style?
Yeah, I think I prefer SE's art style to the muddied versions of CD. And also, we are going to take a quick pause for a second. I think something's wrong with this one. Also, okay, VSync's. We have no choice. Alright. I was going to say VSync's on and it needs to be off for best results.
What is with these games in VSync?
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing to fix for her GT.
It's already fixed. It was fixed in the CD. I don't know what the heck's going on. There's a tornado. You don't want to hit that. That'll send you flying.
Over the tornado and onto the, oh, well, you just skipped the, you just skipped those little series of floating popcorns. They look like popcorn that's kind of like in the process of popping.
Maybe it is. I like how the Chaos Orbs fly in this world. Isn't that cool? This level has thunder.
And like this level of thunder gets hit by thunder.
Do not get hit by thunder. It'll pretty much kill you.
Doesn't it technically be lightning?
Oh, yeah, right. You're right. Oh, yeah. These hurt too. See, and this is why I think SE is a more charming game, because like it has things that, like effects, has parallax backgrounds. It actually has that cute, simple style that previous games don't. You can also find health upgrades. A joke I didn't make yet was Deoxys, the guy who pretty much helped me with some of the art of this game, made a joke about how the heart icons, the health icons, look like Bibles, and I think that's hilarious. In fact, there's a lot of Bible jokes in this game. Since like Articuno looks like dead.
Yeah, Articuno does look pretty dead. I agree.
Like it has like a little cross thing on it, and then like the Bibles for health. Once we get to hell, you're really gonna start seeing some weird things. I would say CD probably platforms the best though. I don't think that I really got the platforming down until the CD.
I would agree with that. I really love. I remember the first time I played CD and just loving how tight the controls are.
One person gave a negative review about how it's apparently artificially slow, which it's not. But thankfully for you, GT took some further steps to rectify that issue for you. Why do I keep doing that?
Do you want me to try?
Do I?
Do you?
Do I? I got it. I've been using the analog stick the whole time.
I can never use an analog stick for like 2D side-scrolling games. It's just too weird.
If the movement's analog, I don't mind. If it's not analog, it's a case of comfort. I don't think that the DualShock 4's D-pad is superior to Nintendo's D-pads, because of course they're not.
I'm just being in general. It's just weird for me using the analog stick for a 2D side-scrolling game. Particularly a platformer. Like if it's something like Nine in the Woods, then it's not a problem. But if it's something like a platformer, it's
a little strange. I use both sometimes if I've given the choice.
I mean, I can get used to it. It's just weird at first. Now, don't fall. Patience.
I like how I kept dying near the end that whole time.
Right at the end.
Okay, this level is what gets everybody. This is the wind level. This level has wind that sends you forward. And that's why. That's why everybody dies in this stage. But surprisingly, back on 90, I think I actually beat it in like 1 or 2 goes. It's just, yeah, the wind's more intense. This level's kind of hard.
Ow.
No!
Do any of these levels have names?
So, strangely enough, they were going to, but then I think we ran out of time. I think that was something I was going to add at the end. But weirdly enough, that might be like one thing that the charm factor does not retain over the games. That was trash. I don't know what I just said there.
Do you need me to super guide this for you?
Yeah, that's hilarious because usually I make a joke about how I'd super guide something for Patrick, and then now it's me dying everywhere. Okay, you know what?
Super guide. Super guide.
Nah.
Come on.
One last shot. If I die once more, you can super guide this, but I guarantee you're gonna die in like 2 seconds because the wind's kind of weird.
It'd be amazing if you're playing a Mario game and you pick super guide because it levels me hard time. The super guide dies too.
And then technology's failed us. Okay,
It'd
there
be
you go.
amazing.
I keep sliding off these one platforms. We got 2 chances.
Okay.
Now Patrick is playing this game, so in case you guys see.
Thing is, I'm not used to these controls yet, and I'm getting used to these
But
controls.
super guide, huh?
I was saying that's.
But super guide, huh?
I was saying that as a joke. Because I know I'm not gonna.
And I'm busting your chops as a joke.
Oh God. No, I take it personally. Actually, I cry at night when you say stuff like that. Just so you know. Ah.
How not to beat level 11?
Oh my God.
You give up yet?
Nope. I got this.
You do not got this. This might be the hardest stage in the game. It might be one of them at least. I think one of the.
How do I go up?
You hold the jump button down.
I hold. Okay, I was pressing.
What the heck?
And can I just jump over? Yeah, I can. Pro strats.
The not so super guide.
Oh God. Here you go.
Okay.
Controller's back to quad.
Let the costa.
So I got a question for you about this level, friend. Why?
I think I realized the level was a little hard. I didn't have time to really adjust the difficulty. This game was made in 8 days, so.
I wish we lived in the timeline where you had enough time to make a hard mode for this game, so we could see what the hard mode version of this looked like.
Faster.
Faster. All the platforms are smaller. There are more enemies.
Fun fact, if I actually make a hard mode for a GT, it's not going to be just something like oh wow, okay, these enemies do more damage. It's going to have like specialized bosses and stuff, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
In general, yes.
So, subscribe, I guess.
Subscribe for more trash content, such as my sex education course and everything else of the sort.
Oh yeah, that was a video, wasn't it?
That was a video.
I remember you telling me about it and I looked it up online. I was like, why though?
Yes. Okay, that level's over. That was the hardest level. That might be like the second hardest stage in the game. I think the hardest one is one of the world's 6 levels. I said that already, but I'm repeating it.
Man, you just followed up with a real easy one afterwards.
Yeah, breather. Difficulty always. Whoa!
Well, so much for that.
So never get hit by tornadoes.
I'm getting get over it vibes. Getting over with Bennett Foddy vibes I'm getting.
And we're dead.
All the way up and then all the way down.
So you gotta admit, things like the death effects and then Kinzo like showing expression when he gets hurt, that's more charm to it. You have to admit this game's cuter than the original because it actually has character. It's got Bibles for health bars.
I mean, I don't know. There's just something about the original art style that feels more pure to me.
It's more pure. Oh dear. Whatever. We're in space now.
We're in space now, so nothing else matters. We got UFOs and an armadillo, and that guy from Remix.
Yep.
And wow, that was short. How many levels are there?
27.
27.
Same as the original. This level is meteors.
They remind me of that thing that you practice lightsaber deflecting with in Star Wars.
Weirdly enough, I didn't really do sign functions until CD.
Ow.
So these guys just kind of go up for a second, down for a second, up for a second, down for a second, so a smooth motion. It's very strange. Level 15. These are, I don't know what these are.
Hellspawn?
No, we're not in hell just yet.
It's like
Oh.
it's like a magic carp and an Octorok had a baby.
What the heck? Okay, I lied. SE does not actually fix the one problem. But I did get the last health upgrades. Now we have 6 Bibles instead of 3 Bibles.
I forgot you're on the moon for a second. I thought you just glitched. You got hit and glitched really high up.
Now let's go into hell.
There are literal crosses.
This is the best world. I remember this world fondly now.
We go into Binding of Isaac territory here.
Because number one, I think the background is the coolest thing. I think that the tiles are cool. I think that, in fact, there's a punch glove right there. Oh no, these guys. Oh no.
Run away! Oh god.
Oh god.
Hi, Mr. Goat. Or Mrs. Goat. Whoever
Jesus.
you are, Goat.
Punch gloves. I love the falling blocks. I love this part. This part's cool. Oh no, this level. In this level, the lava rises up. Do not get hit by lava, or you will die. Of course,
The floor is lava.
Of course, the goat priests don't really help her case.
When the Articuno gets mad, it has a cross on his forehead.
Indeed.
Why though?
I don't know. But this game was fun to make. I had a lot of fun with it. Thankfully beat that in like the second try or something. Level 19. And lo and behold, look at this.
Hi, I'm a goat. Hi, I'm Kenzo, you're dead.
Fun fact, that is actually a mod that was based off of the Super Obama World sprite.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a Super Mario World parody where he plays Obama. He made that kind of pose at the end of the level. I don't think it's ripped off directly from that, but it's very close.
Hey, you're dead, Mr. Goat.
These goat priests are the worst. Heck, there's goat priests though. That alone is hilarious. Welcome to World 6. This has the most dangerous enemies in the game. Shadow monsters. They do.
Oh, this is a cool background.
It's very different. Not what you'd expect. Not what I was expecting for Shadowrun, but I take it. Now there are dark versions of enemies, so they do 2 damage instead of just 1, so they're dangerous. Plus, this combines everything you've learned up until now. We're almost done, Patrick. Don't worry.
Oh no, I'm just making sure no one's calling me or anything because I muted my phone.
Oh, okay.
Because we're recording.
Level 22. Level 22, 27.
Bye, Mr. Gars. That's their name now, as far as I'm concerned. You can't tell me otherwise.
I can't. Stop calling him that.
It's now canon.
It's not canon.
It's canon.
It's about as canon as Broly was.
Well, it's canon now, so it's canon.
Was.
It's canon. If Broly can become canon, anything can become canon, man.
No. Next, we're gonna see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in the middle of the Broly movie, and then people are gonna go like, "What is this?" And I'm gonna go like, "What is this?" And then people are gonna be like, "Yeah." Oh dear, those guys do the most damage.
We should see it in theaters when it comes out.
Oh my god.
We have to.
Level 23, a weird clusterfuck. Actually, no, it's not that bad. Oh dear.
Death.
Oh.
More death.
Whoa. That's it. Suicide.
This is back and forth. Just an endless barrage of pain and suffering.
I really love the punch gloves in a box. That's hilarious.
Oh, and then they gave me no problem this time. Hi kid, I'm a ghost. I'm a goat priest.
I'm a goat priest. What the hell? You have to admit, that's pretty wacky. You can't tell me you don't love the goat priest. That's my favorite part.
We have very different senses of humor. But how? Okay, he's gone.
I don't understand their AI. I think it's broken. I think I just want to make a Hammer Brother enemy, and I succeeded.
That's what it was reminding me of.
Now we're in the last regular Shadow Realm level. right where the hell these are. Oh,
I'm gonna call them octocarps. That's also canon now.
That's not canon.
It's canon.
This is a cool part. You actually have to outrun this. And there's a stupid goat priest.
Oh look, Sonic 2 level design.
We're like, gotta go fast. Oh yeah, Sonic 2.
No, you're wrong, oh, but I do agree.
You're wrong, but I agree.
That's just be RadioNet's slogan.
Run! Stupid goat priest.
Is that a Mario 1 reference?
What? What the?
You go across a floating platform, you get the object that wins, and your enemy that's trying to kill you falls into the lava.
No, I think you're looking a little too deep into that one.
It's very similar. Come on.
Yeah, but I'm sure that's not what I was thinking, and yeah, I'm pretty much 100% sure that is not what that was.
Well, now it is.
No, it's not.
I said it's so.
Spike blocks do about 3 or 4 damage. I forgot the exact number, and I don't. Okay.
How long did this game take you to make?
8 days.
8 days.
This game was done in 8 days.
Alright, because Game Jam.
Yes.
Which year was it?
2015? I don't know, it might have been 15, might have been 14. I think it was 15 though, for sure. Jesus, that was brutal.
That's pretty nice for 8 days.
Oh yeah, somehow this game took the least amount of time to develop and it's the best one.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Well, he did.
Oh, we had fun making it, that's why. We knew what to make from the start, the music was already done, so it's like, yeah, that's cool. But this is definitely the definitive Metanet Hunter experience that I can recommend to crazy people. Oh dear. Oh no. And if I,
dear.
if
Oh,
I had survived,
dear.
I probably would have been able to get past the goat priest there. I think I was in the level actually too. Only 2 more levels though and this game's done. Then we played the big boy banger that got on Steam, Metanet Hunter CD.
Oh yeah, Steam. Where only the best games go.
Ah, bombs! No! Okay, but this is like the last main level though, because the next level is like a collection of everything from each world, and then the next level after that is the end. Spoiler, not spoiler. Fun fact, I've said this before, but it probably got muddled during stream. This game was gonna have a boss. You were gonna fight against something actually, but ultimately we decided against that because we ran out of time.
Game jams, man. The whole point is time restriction.
Well, that and the artist pretty much had a fit and meltdown, and then we had a bit of a delay for a year trying to get things made, and that's why CD came to development, because it was a showcase for another engine, and I also really wanted to remake Remix because Remix isn't that good, and CD ultimately still isn't. CD's okay, but I could do better. But not important. This level, like I said, is a rehash of everything in each world. Because why not?
Oh wow, if I lean in, I can actually see what everything looks like. Hey, Mr. Goat Priest.
Really? I got hit by that?
That's what our commentators come to. Also, the clouds could also be butterflies. Now I think about it.
What the heck?
Here comes the fall.
Either way, we are about to be done. And watch the ending.
Sonic Forces.
And that's Metanet Hunter SE. Finally, for our marathon, we are going to play the most current game in the series, Metanet Hunter CD. And that'll be the end of the marathon, because we're ready to die.
It's time to groove.
Made with love.
That message actually changes every time you boot the game up.
Oh, what's your favorite one?
It's time to get terminal.
It's time
So
to
we
get terminal.
want to turn on a CD mode.
What's CD mode?
Oh god, it's a disaster. So
Is that the loading screen thing?
yes. No, let's not turn it on. Okay, we're just gonna go over it, but I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna enable it.
The game's free until the end of the month. Just download it and see what CD mode is for yourself.
And
It's for the true hardcore Sega CD fans.
Yeah, it's for idiots essentially.
Like the people who made this game.
Yes. All right, this is Metanet Hunter CD. This game is much. Oh wow, this actually is much more streamlined than Remix. I already feel way different. The game feels like is like way different.
Oh, this is what good control feels like.
Oh yeah, I guess I wasn't wrong about that. I guess I wasn't just sucking up to myself just then.
Yeah.
Playing this, the control is a little slower, but a lot more precise and a lot tighter.
I do remember what it was like when I first played CD, like I said before, and I really was just so in love with how well controlled.
Yeah, wow, I did not expect this to control like this.
The jumping is super precise. It really does put Remix to shame.
Yeah, I guess years of making shitty platformers really, I guess I eventually learned something.
Years of making horrible platformers, but I finally learned at least one thing: how to make decent jumping physics.
Yeah, I guess the jumping and the smoothest movement. But the fact it's no longer floaty either, it's nowhere near the floatiness of the old games. And GT is the same about that since, oh dear, trampoline.
Oh, snakes.
Snake man. Come in, Snake man.
Snake.
Snake eater. But CD's main thing too, though, is there are actually about 7 or 10 suits in the game. No, there's like 10. No, there's like 8. I'm sorry, there's 8 suits. It's been a really long night. So you actually find Chaos Orbs hidden in the levels, and you go to a special stage. And then once you complete that special stage, you unlock the suit, and then plus if there's an upgrade in the...
You unlock death. Man, you created a lot in the past few years.
A few games, but if you're talking about unreleased projects, then yeah, I've worked on a lot of stuff. Done. A lot of it sees the light of days, maybe roguelikes, top-down things.
I'm proud of you, man.
I'm not. I need to release something at this point. It's been a year since I've actually released anything. If anybody's wondering why I'm playing like shit now, I just played every other Metanet Hunter, so...
You know, if you haven't been watching the video, I guess.
The last part was an hour long, so put that in perspective. This next part's probably going to be another hour, given we got to beat this game. But I pretty much know how to break it, so it shouldn't be that long. Or at least I know how to best utilize the suits. Since the goat suit is actually... There's a goat suit. Because... we at Team RodeoNet find the goat jokes hilarious because they're completely random and have almost nothing to do with the game.
It's like The Sims and llamas.
I like his running cycle too.
Oh, let me see. Let me get lean so I can see. It's nice. He's a happy little robot.
Yeah, it's better than the one from Remix for sure, because it has more frames to it. Almost done, Patrick. This marathon is almost over. Give the fans what they want. The creator bashing his own game and playing it. Plus, it's also technically a strategy guide. So if anybody wanted to figure out how to beat it, there you go. Part of my mind almost wants to remake Metanet 1 again, but no. SE is a good enough remake, in my opinion.
But it doesn't have hard mode or bosses.
It doesn't, but near the first game. That's what GT is for. GT is going to probably get a little more long-term support. I've always wanted to make expansions. Even Remix was going to have a hard mode. In fact, we started work on that. How did I do that? Remix is fun too, because we actually started working on the X bosses. There'd be versions of bosses that are much harder, and Bachibora X is a monster. But
he's a monster.
We never really got that far. The closest we got to was we made.
You really are lacking patience right now.
I'm tired at this point. No, I'm not even impatient. I'm just tired.
Just tired of life.
Yep.
What is the purpose of this all? For the 3 people that will watch this.
I do like some of the sound effects.
Oh, sound effects are nice.
Yeah, the crunchiness of boom, enemy die.
Yeah, satisfying. Quick and satisfying.
It's got a nice
Bop.
dead hamster chew to it. In case you're wondering what Night Kawada has been doing for the past year, it's mostly been a lot of work and a lot of working on getting new things intact. For example, we now have a car, which now means we can collaborate with others. So if you want to get involved with the creation process, come on down to Joe's Crab Shack. I think this is the last stage, the last section of this level.
Are you saying me as in including me? Or are you saying we because you've now been affected by a symbiote and you're becoming Venom?
Could be both.
It's probably both.
It might be both.
You promised to try not to eat you.
Yeah, a lot of things are different about CD2. Like, you shoot faster. That's another different game feel thing. Enemies shake the screen a little bit when you hit them. And of course, there's that blood effect every time you hit something. Some explosions.
Blood effect?
Yeah, you don't notice how when you hit an enemy, there's a little bit of a blood spurt.
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't have done that overall, because that would make the game's rating go up. But
Now it's M.
yep. But as far as you know, it's oil.
It's just red oil. The Samurai Jack method, don't worry about it. Isn't blood just human oil anyway when we get down to it?
Exactly.
Okay, did you ever hear the story about the Abraham Lincoln robot?
Adolf Linkler?
No, it's Disney's, Hall of Presidents. There was a malfunction with the Abraham Lincoln robot one time, where it started. The oil for it was red. When I got outside the machine, it was like red, and malfunction started like spurting out over the chest. People were like, "Oh, they created the assassination of President Lincoln." And like, this is like, no.
That is not what we did. Abort.
Mistakes were made.
Also, as you see, we pretty much destroyed the first boss while we're talking about the Adolf Linkler bot. The Goat Armor special ability is it does double damage for a few seconds once it activates. Which, if you know how to use that, pretty much says goodbye to most enemies.
Oh, I like the little transition you've done.
That's one thing CD did too. Welcome to Cave Stage. You want power up? We got power up. Go in here. Also, one thing with the springs now, you just kind of get on them. The only one that requires you to hold the button down is the green ones, which are trampolines. By default, they just boost you up automatically.
Streamlining.
Yes, something GT will do.
Showtime.
Something GT will be doing more of as well when that time comes. When you start getting upgrades in this game, though, it does become a lot more fun. And once I get the Shinobi suit, the game is going to get a lot more interesting too, because then we actually have something to play with. We have a nice passive ability at that point. Goat armor. Actually, I think the goat armor does more damage when it jumps on stuff. I think. Yeah, he does. He does double damage. I don't know. I might not be right about that. But regardless, there's another power-up right up here, so we're going to go grab it real quick.
Question.
Answer.
Do you prefer the health bar to the hearts?
Ooh, that's a good question because I like they're both good for different reasons. I don't know which one I prefer. Which one do you prefer?
The health bar.
Think you like the health bar better?
I feel like it adds for a little bit more intricacy to like how much damage you can take, and also I like the numbers. I like the stats of it all. I don't know. It's more interesting to me.
Could go either way. Someone might like stats, someone might like to see just visual imagery.
Depends.
Or would you prefer the Castlevania bars, where each part of the life bar is a number? Where like there's 25 little bars, and then like, that tells you how many health you have left. Or Mega Man, would you prefer that? See, there's questions we can ask. I've never done a Mega Man style things because it'd be considered rip-off, and I get in a weird scenario because I'd be like, well, yeah, it is.
Well, yeah. Found a new suit.
This here is the Shinobi suit. As you just kind of saw, it can wall jump. Plus, it's got an ability that allows it to pretty much go supersonic through each level. All your damage becomes EP.
Everybody's supersonic racing.
Pew, 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 pew. Fun fact, this game actually tries to drop the health pickups a little smarter. If you're low on things, it'll prefer the thing you're lower on, and then it'll end up having an increased chance of dropping something if you're low on that stat too. So if you're low on EP, you're likely to get EP, and then you're likely to get that as a drop. Something really weird, but really cool.
Man, they're slowly listening to us lose our sanity.
Yes. That was the whole point of the marathon. Was just
what little we have left.
exactly.
But, do you feel this has been enlightening in a way?
It has. It's given me a little more inspiration to make the next game, so there's that. I definitely feel like I need to work on GT at this point because I've had some more free time from work, but I haven't really gotten much done. Now we got our first attack upgrade, by the way, which means enemies die a little faster.
I feel like getting more involved in helping you with it now, too. This being here. I feel more inspired. I feel more, enthused to do so.
Whee. Fast run. Whee, fast run.
Didn't you put me in the credits for CD?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm in the credits for the game. That's cool. I can now say I've been in the credits of the game. That makes me happy.
I think we're in the credits of
Remix too?
I think so.
I basically did the same thing for Remix. I just know I did it more for CD.
Yeah, you're definitely more actively involved with CD's process to an extent. With the testing shit, see if, hey, how hard is this boss? How hard is the Mammoth King?
Then one of the original versions for the next game I was pretty involved in discussing with you. But I've kind of been out of touch since you started working on what's now called GT. I want to get more involved now. I don't know. I feel motivated. Like I kind of needed this. It's like remember where you came from type of thing.
These are our roots. Roots. Oh yeah, Master Crystals. I forgot about that. We might actually go and collect them all.
Okay, maybe you should clarify what Master Crystals are to everyone.
I should, because no one's gonna know what the hell they are.
Including me, because I've forgotten.
Okay, so Mastery Crystals, there's one in each stage. If you collect them all, you'll knock out a secret bonus stage.
Okay, so, look, it's an inferior version of a better boss in Remix.
Kind of. It's a little better and a little worse.
I remember when I first played this, just not liking it as much. I kind of like the more constrictive feeling of, Remix's version.
I would have preferred a best of both worlds approach.
I can see that. I'd be down with that.
Yeah, it's just this boss was annoying as fuck to program, so I just didn't do too much with it.
I wasn't there for that, so I was spared the pain of watching that happen.
Yeah, you were. Silver Serpent in both engines was never fun.
What was okay? So out of the whole series, let's just go with the published games, okay? What was the hardest thing to program?
Silver Serpent, always getting the game fucking started. What else is super hard? Always experimenting with physics engines to see if I can ever add slopes and stuff to the game. I have never successfully got anything done with that. It's just, I could use a physics engine, but then it'd be a really weird game, and I don't want to do that with non-HD assets, you know what I'm saying? What else was I gonna say? I'm not actually sure. I think some of the bosses are probably the hardest things to implement, because like they go through a process of how do I want to plan this? What can I do with the pattern? Especially Roth. Roth was an interesting case where it's like,
I was there for that one.
Yeah, what can I do with that boss? I think that we were definitely, that was the one you had the more involvement with, because Remix, I think you tested that one, but Roth, we pretty much were like, okay, how do we make his pattern?
The cool thing
and you were there for Dark Kinzo too.
Yeah, the cool thing about those two was that basically you could test stuff out and I could immediately test it for you.
Yeah, you have two people on board trying to design the thing together.
And that gives you a lot of immediate feedback to kind of tweak stuff. Which I probably should do for GT as well, now that I think about it.
Probably.
That probably will lead to better design. So, yeah, I'm working really early a lot lately, logging me out early, so just call me up. Well, you could not have made that platform smaller.
Well, sure I could have. Why would I?
You should have. Harmo's version. Harmo version, the platform's just like half a pixel. You have to hit the right button at the right millisecond to jump off. Death. What's your favorite piece of music from the series?
I really like the lava stage from Remix. That's one of my favorite songs. I kind of like Dark Kinzo's theme, the theme he has in the second phase, or is it the first phase? I think it's the second phase actually. It's one of the phases, but it reminds me of Rayman a little bit. And it's really cool.
Oh god, you got that close.
I really like this faster movement speed that the ninja, that the shinobi armor gives you.
It gives you a lot of flow.
It really does. You also pretty much get an excuse to gotta go fast, even though all your damage becomes all EP, but that's cool.
If this series has any buzzword, it's flow, probably.
If CD has one, it would be that, but the key buzzword for the next game is going to be that. None of the games are focused on that. We just kept talking about that during 3. One of the biggest things we want is engagement, because these games aren't that engaging. Most of these enemies just kind of are Crash Bandicoot things. They just kind of, oh, hey, I'm here. Do you want to shoot me? Okay, cool. None of them really are actively involved with the player. You mostly just kind of, they're mostly just things in the way. That's one serious problem.
Hey, look at me. I'm here to stop you. Hey, look at me.
Wait, let me throw things at you. Wait, I'm standing here. Wait. I'm a snake. Snake man.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake. I'm sorry. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake man.
What? I was trying my best to do the Metal Gear Solid sound, because those blocks look like exclamation mark.
Did we? No, not quite.
Showtime. We're at the beginning of an amazing adventure. I think that's the line. If anyone gets that reference, I love you. I actually really do like this background, by the way. Now I'm like here to think about mentioning it. Yeah, I really do like that background. Oh god.
Fun trivia about the background then. This in Remix version 1.1, the version that was going to have hard mode, that was going to have random mode. Random mode is going to have bits and pieces from a stage, and then they also have a few, either 10 to 32 more World 9 levels, which was this title set in cyberspace. Of course, we obviously repurposed that, or I repurposed it. So pretty much brought a lot of old unused assets to the table, back to life. The suit we're going to be unlocking here is the Flybot suit. It's going to...
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the one that's pretty much broken if you know how to use it, right? Because it allows you to fly over stuff.
Hey, I just thought about this. we generally don't talk to the fans very much. So if you're this far in listening, then you must be a pretty big fan, or you're very bored.
Yeah, you must have nothing better to do if you're watching this.
So in that case, please leave in the comments what you like about the series, and what you'd like to see in the next one. And, you know, just tell us your overall thoughts, because we're curious.
Yeah, I could use more. I've talked to some guys in the past, but not... The game doesn't have a very big following, obviously. It's a random shitty indie platformer series, so...
Well, Russian people like CD.
Russian and Chinese people, yeah, you're not wrong on that.
I'm still waiting for the Chinese bootleg of CD.
Yeah, I think they were too impressed by this version, obviously. So this here, Flybot. Now I can actually go into stage 1 and go grab the thing. Also, this thing does like 3 times the jump damage, so it can pretty much destroy things by stomping on them. My headcanon for that is it's a very heavy suit.
It's very dense.
Yeah, it's got so high density, it just immediately destroys something it touches.
How does it fly, though?
Magic. Black magic.
Oh, okay. Well, you heard it here first. That's now canon.
Yeah. Yeah, black magic's actually a thing in Meta Hunter. Because you didn't know that? It's not. But it is. Or is it? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, seeing some of the enemies and stuff in this series, is black magic all that far-fetched?
No. The Go Priest could be black magic users.
Actually, to be fair, that kind of makes a lot of sense.
Alright, welcome to the fight versus the Red Zeppelin. This fight is a little more improved because A, you don't fall off the stage anymore. And then B, he ends up shooting things a little faster, and then he does carpet bombs, which I really love the carpet bombs.
He's still more white than red.
This fight is definitely better than Remix's, I have to admit.
Oh, I definitely agree. I definitely like this one much better.
I thought you said this one was worse.
No, I said about the Silver Serpent. That's the only one I think is worse, actually. All the ones I think are better. Like, even the Cactus one, which I hate, because it gave me such trouble. But the one in the remix just wasn't interesting for the Cactus, and the one in the CD is much more interesting. I do actually like this one much better. This one was really fun to play. You know, it should probably be mentioned, because you haven't mentioned this yet. You should explain what that bar in the top right is.
EP is pretty much your mana, how much you can use for attacks, like my ninjas, my shinobi's dash, the goat armor's rage ability, things like that. We're also on stage 4. This game goes by faster.
I love that sound. The little PS1 era sound when you get those things.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a great sound. It's great. That's so PS1. It's like that sound you would hear in a game you played when you were a kid, and like it just stick with you.
Oh, there's actually an upgrade in here somewhere. Here it is.
I'm surprised you never made a full-on water level.
I don't like water levels. I don't like sewer levels. That's my thing. Sewer levels are anything I consider a slower-paced stage. And fast-paced junkie, of course.
Yes, do you want to make it an auto-scroll stage?
No, we're not Sonic Forces.
Oh boy.
Overall, I definitely like this Tropical Tower a lot more in this game, because it's A, it's shorter for sure, and then B...
I feel like Remix's level design could be more... I'm sorry for interrupting you. But I feel like Remix's level design could be way too open for its own good, almost like cluttered or like messy. Just sounds like dead ends and just sort of it's all over the place.
Unfocused is probably the word you're looking for.
Yeah, that's how I described it earlier, I think. It was like, CDs is just so much more focused. Like, having secrets in multiple paths and like open areas is a good thing, but Remix kind of made things very muddled. You feel me?
It was the beginning of it, trying to figure out how to break away from the Metanet formula, yeah. CD has a quasi-different formula, but then it's a little strange. How to explain it. Also, this feels like a more outdoorsy stage, even though it was meant to be an indoorsy stage, but Remixes definitely feels a lot more indoorsy, strangely enough. This one feels a lot more outdoorsy, but it's still a fun stage. It's fast.
I like the enemy that's just in the water just to be there.
Yeah, the floaty Arcanos, I love those. They're some of my favorite enemy types. They're just so cute. One potentially annoying thing is these guys don't shut up.
They remind me of the crab enemies from Sonic, kinda. Except a little bit less of a joke.
Yeah, these guys are a pain in the ass, so. But if you want to kill them, you just use the goat armor, and then goat rage pretty much rips them to shreds.
Because as we all know, the natural enemy of the crab is the goat.
Anybody who tells you otherwise is a bad liar. And I'm pretty sure stage 4's bonus stage is super short. It is.
Showtime. This gives me Starlight Zone vibes from Sonic 1. Is that what it's called?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
That's no, I never thought about it that way. I was thinking it's kind of a rip off of Mega Man X's one stage.
I think it's just sort of the
Mario 1 blocks.
I think it's just sort of the grayish colors and the little lamps in the background. The night sky. This kind of gives me that vibe.
I really like this tile set actually.
It's really chill. The entire soundtrack for GT should just be vaporwave.
That is not a bad thought, but it's not a great thought. There's an upgrade over here somewhere, I think.
Even though my favorite songs in this series seem to be the more active ones, I do indeed love the more chill songs too. They just have a great, like this song. This has a great atmosphere.
Whee. Oh, nice, another attack upgrade. Okay, cool. We need that.
Yeah, maybe instead of saying flow, it should be about trying to get players to feel that sort of flow state. You know what I'm saying?
That is pretty much the name of the game.
Yeah, like when you're like playing Tetris and you just kind of lose yourself in, it's all about the flow of it.
That's what I've been trying to get at the whole time.
Yeah, I know. But instead of saying flow, I think flow state kind of brings that across better.
Kind of brings out more martial arts better. Alright, here's Bastard Boss, but there's an easy way to break this guy. This guy's got a very set pattern, but then obviously things are a little different this time around. In fact, there's actually 2 boss themes, and this is the start of the boss theme 2. But Goat Armor is broken, if you know how to use it, because I just destroyed this boss. Goat Rage is the rage against the machine. Now we're gonna go into space.
Space. I have space.
Space is my favorite stage.
Space is my favorite terrain. I get +2 attack when I'm in space.
Fun fact, GT probably will not have a space stage. In fact, it doesn't in the stage list currently. So, anybody who's wondering, when are you going to stop using the same stupid stage layouts, New Super Mario Brothers, we're not. You could argue that the 1 stage is too close to...
Death?
What was that?
That was this thing, I want to die.
Clearly.
Pulling a Kratos at the beginning of the first God of War.
The first GT stage layout is going to be, as I said before, Bamboo Basin, Nimbus Network, Sub-Zero Sanctuary, Corrosive Caverns, what was the word? Doomsday Dunes, Obsidian Outback, and then VR Vertex. That's the stage name. So VR Vertex could be your quote-unquote space stage, if anybody's looking for that kind of crap, but then there won't be the same stage layouts, obviously. Like one's, of course, bamboo, jungle, forest level, and then one is clouds, but then factory. One is an ice mountain going in an ice castle, which will be the first ice stage the series actually gets in quite a while in terms of canon content, because Manager 1 technically has that, but then it doesn't actually have that in the main game. You have to unlock it through plus mode. I'm really tired. Now it's getting harder to speak words.
How do words I speak?
How do my words walk, sir?
I love how this is kind of like half interview, half reveals with the new game, half of us just losing our minds.
How tired can I get? How late can we do this this marathon?
It's currently 1:27
Oh
a.m.
my god, is it seriously?
I have to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to work.
Oh no.
The things I do for the stream. Well, this recording.
You're fine. You don't sleep that much. Thankfully, I only have to be up by 9:30.
Thank you for the empathy.
Hey, you know what? You should have woke up early. You should have answered my phone like 3 hours earlier.
I'm sorry.
You should be. This is your punishment. You gotta sit through this. It's all right though. We're almost done. We're on stage 5.
That's fine. It's just Sunday. Sundays aren't too bad.
You'll be fine. You only need 3 hours of sleep. Take one of the monsters.
I'll take all the monsters. I bought them.
Yeah, do what you need. Take the Pringles too. Why do we have so many Pringles?
Why do we grab so much? We grabbed the Pringles because they're on sale. Anyway,
You
people
grabbed
don't
the Pringles 'cause
people
they're on sale.
people don't care about that.
Yeah, they do. They care about the good deal on Target Pringles. You guys want some Target Pringles? Oh yeah. So this bonus stage is actually a little unique because instead of going through a stage, you actually fight a boss. And I will reveal that boss if anybody wasn't paying attention, which they probably weren't, because why would you?
I wonder if they could hear me shooting that monster. Anyway.
One time I was on a stream with Entrance Jew, a random guy, and the microphone heard me take a piss from the other room, so that microphone's pretty good. Yeah. Also, I can't believe it's 1:30 already. Good lord. I've been doing this stream for almost 3 hours. Either way, Dark Kinzo.
Happy 5th anniversary. Oh yeah.
One of my favorite bosses in the game.
The play testing for this and the development of this one was really fun. Or at least I really enjoyed it. I don't know how you felt about doing all the programming, but
Oh no, this boss wasn't that hard.
the trial and error of it was really fun.
Yeah, trying to beat this guy without taking any damage. If anybody wants to do a no damage run, by all means, it's fully possible. None of his attacks are random. It's just his pattern's really fast, and I'm gonna die.
You dead.
I was right.
Let me give it a shot. I'm playing now. Okay. Ow. Okay. I forgot how the rest of this works. Okay. Oh shit.
His rage mode doesn't actually do any damage, essentially. Your goat suit will do more. You press select for that, or whatever the PS4 equivalent is.
I'm just kind of winging it right now. Oh boy. Oh. Oh well, I guess that.
And he disappears.
First try. Randomly, I did that after having not played it in so long.
I've been just fucking around.
I'm very, very proud of myself.
You want to do phase 2?
No. Absolutely not.
Alright, here's his revenge.
Dark Kinzo 2. The Revenge of Dark Kinzo. Man, when is Manhunter going to get some creepypastas written about it? That's when we know we'll made it big.
Do you think we're going to bring back Dark Kinzo for the next game, or no?
Oh, well, when we talk about it, we should not talk about it on stream. Or on recording.
Well, no one watches this. No one's going to watch this, but...
And before it gets 1,000 views.
You could confirm that right now. It was a nice, hey, you're watching this kind of spoiler. I'm thinking it could be a cool extra boss, but I don't know.
Darth Vader's
probably
Luke's
add it.
father.
The vampire suit is kind of broken, actually. You can use his special attack to lifesteal. But it doesn't work very good on bosses, for obvious reasons.
I like the Showtime, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One thing I definitely like is being able to get a suit much faster than the original game.
So, question. How long does it usually take you to design a level on average?
Total about anywhere from 4 to 6 man hours, but then depending on what I do with it, it depends. It can be like a 4 to 6 hour process, usually in about a couple days. I have it done.
Did I help you with this one, or I know I playtested it, but I'm not sure if I was there when you programmed it.
No, wait, I think you might have been, because I don't know. I think, I know I wrote down what I want to do for this guy's face, for this guy's pattern, because this guy is a little more unique than some of the bosses, kind of. It's certainly a lot better than his original counterpart, which is just up and down, let me just shoot stuff at you real quick.
Fun fact. This guy is my favorite villain in the series.
Yeah, I love the Mammoth King, it's just so stupid.
With the White Zeppelin being a close second.
Red Zeppelin?
Then make it more red.
It's a joke. Also, phase 2 is a lot harder.
It's a really random joke, actually, because it's not even like associated with music at all.
You don't know that.
Then I guess you could kind of say the same thing about rock and roll from Mega Man.
It's a Zeppelin.
Fair enough. You know what? That's true. I'll give you that.
It's a Zeppelin.
Officially, we are better than Mega Man, because our puns make more sense. You've heard it here first. Mega Man 11? Nah. Meta Hunter GT.
Yeah, only play Meta Hunter GT from now on, guys. When that game comes out, you guys better rejoice for the hype.
It's new Fortnite.
I'll have a Fortnite mod for you weird casuals out there.
If GT doesn't do well, the next one's just going to be a battle royale with microtransactions.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more involved. Was I here for the playtesting? I might have been here for playtesting of this one. I know I played...
For playtesting, yes, but I don't think you were there for when I designed this phase.
Yeah. I playtested pretty much all of the... I'm pretty sure I playtested all of the bosses. But for a few special ones, like Dark Kinzo and Wrath, I was there for the actual programming of it. Which we should probably do more often, because I think that probably adds to better level design. This one here, this boss coming up, I hate. I mean, I love it. It's better than remixes, but also I hate it because it gave me such a bad time during playtesting.
Yeah, the game becomes a lot more... You definitely get into more of a flow state once you get your attack upgrades. Once you get attack upgrade number 2, you're in good shape. Once you get the first attack upgrade already kind of increases things a little bit, but then it just goes up so much more after that.
Yeah, I do enjoy the sort of progression in these games, particularly Remix CD, of kind of getting a little bit, getting more abilities, getting more powerful, getting a bit faster and more confident as you go through.
Yeah, I'm really thinking how I want to handle upgrades in GT, though. That might be one potential thing that you can...
What do you lovely folks out there think?
There's a thingy in here. There's a thingy in here for sure. There is.
Ow, ow.
Master Crystal, that's what it was.
Found Master Crystal and found Death.
Okay, we're missing stage 3s because it needs the Flybot suit. Okay, we've gotten all the ones we can get normally so far. That's good.
How far are we into the game?
We're on stage 6 of 8.
Okay.
We're almost done. This game might not take as long to beat as Remix will. Which is hilarious in hindsight.
I do kind of like the look of this stage, by the way.
Yeah, desert stage is cool. Doomsday Dunes I'm kind of excited to make in GT though, because like...
So those platforms, are they supposed to be like, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, but are those platforms supposed to be like, parts of a boat that's sunk or something?
No.
No?
No.
What are they?
They're ghost platforms.
Oh.
Roth put them there to spite Kinzo. Yep.
They help him?
To spite him, because they fall as you get on them.
Are we talking about the same platforms?
Probably not.
I'm talking about the ones on like wooden sticks that kind of go up.
Oh, the red thingies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly, it doesn't matter what you say, because that's my headcanon anyway. And that means it's officially canon. I'm like the second closest source to canon, so that means it's canon. Yeah, those ones right there you're on right now.
The Oriental looking ones.
Because that's basically, like the smaller ones, that's what it reminds me of. And since you're over water, it's like, oh.
Oh, you like the sandstorm effect in this game?
It's better than remixes. feels a little bit more.
Actual sand.
Yeah, remix is weird because remix is kind of flew
It's
all
just,
about.
it's just a blower.
Yeah, it's like it goes wherever. You know, don't think about it too much. So he's a little bit more controlled, which basically describes the level designs of those games too.
I think this bonus stage is a good place to get your EP up to the higher levels. I think there's like 5+1 upgrades in this stage.
Oh, there you go.
I play faster with the keyboard.
I think I do better with a controller. I think you go faster when you're not dead.
Probably.
And I can't wait to go to work tomorrow. Hey, Pat, how do you spend your day off? Well,
Marathon the game for several hours. Okay, flybot armor it is. One broken mechanic is that you can, in fact, swap suits on the fly for the most part. And since I didn't, it was on the ground there.
you can do that CD. Could you?
No, you had to restart the stage.
Do you prefer this better?
Personally, yes. Gameplay-wise, in terms of it being broken, no, it's definitely broken.
I mean, yeah. But it comes to the point where, like, do you want players to be able to break the game? Do you want players to be frustrated? I don't know. There's got to be balance in there somewhere, though.
GT's system where you end up having, you swap a suit you get instantly, and then you have a reserve item slot. I'm thinking that would be the way to go.
Oh, like Super Mario World,
Yes,
kind of?
exactly like Mario World.
I like that, actually. Wasn't that basically what we were talking about before, anyway? When we first started talking about, yeah, that's basically what we were talking about beforehand. Or something similar to that.
I'm not sure.
We were talking about, like, picking stuff you want to bring with you into, like, each level. So you have to think about it a little bit. And that kind of makes things less broken, but still gives you some options and freedom.
You're talking about something. You're talking about something for sure. I'm just trying to think of what it is right now. It's so late in the morning.
Well, we're talking about, like, basically you choose a reserve slot or whatever for another suit. Was basically what we were talking about before, like choosing what you want to bring with you into each level. Basically, we're talking about something that's a similar concept.
Maybe. Might have been the thing.
Same basic concept. It's been a long night. We're hanging in there, folks.
We're gonna beat this damn game. No, I'm having fun. I'm having enough fun with it tonight.
Oh, I'm having a great time. We should record stuff more often. It's a blast. You know, but just, you know, don't do it at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was trying not to initially.
Whoops.
You heard it here first, folks. It's all Patrick's fault.
It really is.
This is why your stream didn't come on time.
Honestly, they prefer it that way because now we're more frazzled.
Yeah, this is now a drunk mess. He doesn't make a podcast out of it.
I kind of wonder how. Let us know if you basically listened to this as a podcast and how it was.
Yeah, let us know if you hated yourself so much you watched some people ramble on about an obscure game series for, I don't know, 3 hours.
And let us know if you want more.
Yeah, if you want us to kill ourselves more, I mean, you know, by all means, leave a comment saying, hey, when's the next episode coming? When's part 3? And then I'll smack you because there's no part 3.
We'll just marathon all the bad Sonic games instead.
Yeah, we'll play Sonic Genesis for 12 hours straight.
Yeah. Or I could bring my copy of Sonic 06.
No.
Because I do have that.
Soap armor, soap armor, soap armor.
Soap armor, hey.
The most powerful suit, technically speaking, in terms of raw damage.
Did you change how the soap armor works in this one at all?
Yes. You see how it turns more green as the second passes?
Oh wait, is this... I don't know if it was like this remix, but in CD, the farther it is away, the more it hurts, right? Or is it the opposite?
If it takes more than half a second, it does full damage. If it doesn't, it does more damage. So if you're super close to an enemy when you shoot, then yeah, your damage becomes crappy.
And this boss
It can be broken in 2 seconds.
Yeah, if you're the developer and you know what you're doing. If you're the playtester who's going to this blind.
If you fight this with the default armor, you're in for some hell, but we're just here to beat this game, folks. But I like how this boss is on rails.
It's on rails. Don't you get it? This boss made me want to jump off a cliff when I play tested it. It was great. And it was great because I was just having the hardest time with it over and over and over again. And then you just come in and you're like, oh, wait, let me try. And then you just you know, just do that. And it's like, oh, okay. Why live?
Technically speaking, the soap armor is kind of weird because it's not, its shots aren't the most powerful thing in the world, but they are pretty reliable in terms of.
To be fair, the enemies are the most powerful thing in the world.
That too.
Honestly, soap armor can be kind of broken if you think about it.
But to be fair as well, the soap armor can be incredibly broken if you don't even have any attack upgrades because its attack does over 25 damage.
I mean, the thing is that the enemies are very Crash Bandicoot-like in this game, so it doesn't really matter if it doesn't do much damage. You just can hit more.
Yeah, and the way it arcs, you sometimes get better coverage anyways.
If you had like moving enemies that kind of came at you, then I think it'd be a bit more. It'd be a bit less broken.
I think the soap armor balances out pretty well though overall, because like once you hit things from range, things do.
I saw that coming.
I did too.
You should switch to the ninja suit.
The
Shinobi suit.
I don't have the suit just yet. Wait, yeah I do, but I don't think that would have worked. What were you thinking?
Like you can just grab onto the wall and.
Oh yeah, I mean you could have. If you're talking about that, then yeah, you could do that. It's just I'm super tired now at this point.
Is there no music in the stage? No, it's there. It's very faint.
Yeah, it'll be more audible when we go into post. The full power shot that the dead thing uses, that the soap armor uses here, does up to about 60 damage, I think. So it technically has the most powerful spread shot in the whole game. But the base projectiles are definitely the most unique thing because they don't do a certain amount of damage up close. I think they do like 10 at a minimum. Yeah, they do 10 at a minimum. If you're that thing...
Oh, hey, look, that's an active enemy that comes at you.
Oh, hey, look, we can just fly over it.
Yeah, that's...
What these suits boil down to.
And this is why the Super Mario World system probably works better for suits. Although, to be fair, maybe after you beat the game, you could have a mode that's like CD, where you just have everything to you.
Yeah, or what would be fun is if random mode actually randomly gave you the suits every once in a while.
Like you got like random variations of suits.
Or like prize box suits, like oh
so it
wow.
could either be really good or really bad for you.
Yeah, you like shoot this block and then it's like, oh, what the heck is this? That would be cool.
There are ideas of what we could do.
You heard it here, folks. Brainstorming session, torture.
Tell us what you think
Got it all.
in the comments below.
So how would you like us to make the game?
And please don't devolve into horrible YouTubeness while you're at it.
Don't talk about Dragon Ball while we're here, guys. No Dragon Ball allowed. Alright, so this next part is pretty much the bridge between the post-game and the real game, but this is where you meet Roth for the first time canon-wise. Ah, you're the threat. I expected you to be a bit taller than that. What a shame, really.
Oh, he's British?
Something like that. Anyway, but your efforts are fruitless. You won't be able to cross this gate. I'll even leave you an orb to return to the volcano. Aren't I the best? The only way you have a chance to come after me is with the power of soap.
With the power of soap.
Anyway, I've got a terminal to attend to, if you will. Toodles, mi amigo. And if you have the soap armor, these are visible.
Do you just run over these? What? Don't you want that?
No, you don't want that, actually.
Why?
That'll take you back to the beginning of the stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I use the power of soap to cross that.
Oh.
And now we're going into the ancient shadow.
I wonder how badly that tripped up many people.
Well, if you read that, it said he'll leave you an orb to return to the volcano with the power of soap, and then you look to the right, it's like, oh, wow, bridge. Welcome to the ancient shadow realm.
Ancient shadow realm.
Welcome to stage 7.5, folks.
Stage 7.5.
Now we get weird enemies.
Okay, now I'm definitely not hearing music.
Oh, yeah, you probably might not hear it right now because the music that plays is like a distorted version of a theme. These are phantom Arcunos. They are invisible sometimes and not others. These Kumas produce these enemies here, and they're called Kumas. Ironically enough, they produce gas and they're dangerous.
Kumas?
Yes, Japanese for bear.
I do know that Danganronpa and Aguri Kumarashi has taught me that, but they don't look like bears at all.
That's the joke.
Oh.
They're strong.
So, if we ever get a bear enemy in this series, is going to be like named after the Japanese word for shark.
Yes. But there's another name for. There's a different name for the Kumas in the English thing. No, I'll figure it out once we're done. Once we're off camera.
MH.
I wonder what that stands for.
Metal Gear?
Metal? Yeah, maybe. Maybe Metal Hat? I'm thinking Metal Hat.
Metalhead. Someone
Metalhead.
really likes metal music.
Yeah, dude, that's fair. Okay, now we've unlocked the ninja suit.
So what does the suit do?
It dashes, and it's got a super powerful EP shot that ends up doing a lot of damage. Now we're falling down into the Chaos Core.
Does every game have at least one section where you're falling down for a really long time?
That's kind of a random
It's
joke.
kind of tradition at this point, right?
Yeah, you gotta have it, or else it's not a real Meta Hunter.
I guess that's true. It's a staple.
That's a really weird noticing. You are right.
Well, you don't notice when you're playing like individually after a while, but like when you say it back to back to back to back, it's like, oh.
Wow, we do that, huh?
Well, I guess we have to include it in GT now.
Yep, we gotta have a falling section in there somewhere.
Otherwise, it's not right.
Otherwise, it's not canon, yeah. These are gas Arcunos. They produce gas, and you don't want to get hit by that.
They had Taco Bell. Don't mind them.
Poisonous Taco Bell. You call it Taco Bell.
Man, sound like. So you made the same joke I was going to.
These Rizurus end up doing flamethrower attacks. Don't mind them. They're dangerous. Plus, the ninja armor actually ends up doing by default an extra 5 base damage, so you get a little more bonus there. So you actually get a little tougher, which helps you out in some cases and not others. Oh!
Ow.
Vampire time. Plus, one other thing about the vampire suit is you end up regenerating your energy points from just attacking things. Anything immune to it, pretty much, is hey, let's recharge real quick. What are you waiting for?
If you ever have a water level, it should be called that. Hey guys, you still here? You hanging in there?
Anybody still watching this?
We're running out of things to say somewhat, but you know.
Oh, I'm not. I'm trying to beat the stage.
Oh, you might want to talk then.
Hello, let's talk some more. I'm a Let's Player.
Whoa.
All I care about is YouTube revenue.
Making that sweet ad money.
Ad revenue.
Or was till the apocalypse, I guess.
He still makes enough money to get by, but not as much as he did. But then there's also you can't say swear words or you don't get monetized.
You can't do a lot of things or you don't get monetized.
Oh wait, we're only in part 2 of this stage. Oh, that's funny.
Is that a Kenzo?
Yeah.
Did we just die?
Yeah, it's a guide saying he's a soap armor dum-dum.
Oh. Why is there a Kenzo there?
To show you, oh hey, maybe I should use this suit.
Oh, is that
Tutorial.
is there a canonical reason though for it?
It's weird. It's black magic.
Oh.
More black magic. Those wacky black magic guys. I'm sorry that my game doesn't have very in-depth canon, okay? I didn't write a novel on it just yet. That's my next game. Please do not. Anybody reading the comments, do not write fanfiction about Meta Hunter. That's weird, and there's nothing to write about.
You should totally do it, and I totally support you if you do.
No, I do not support anybody writing fanfiction for Meta Hunter. Anybody who does that is a freak. Because what the hell would you write about?
That is so mean. Don't be like
Meta
that.
Hunter, really? Of all things? Oh wow, the robot shot people. Ooh, that's hot.
It is flattery because it means they like your work enough to write fanfics about it. That means you have touched people.
I think they've run out of things to write about if they start writing about a robot smashing orbs.
Look, I need some Koth fanfiction, so if you could, please.
Okay, the King of the Hill is different though.
Or no, I was talking about Koth. Or would it be like Rinzo? What'd that ship name be? Huh.
Oh, no. No, do not write about that. Do not write about that.
Maybe I should write about that.
Please don't.
It's close enough to canon. It's close enough to Word of God.
No, it's not canon. That is completely not canon. That's about as canon as Janemba is.
Also, let me know in the comments if you want me to write that story.
No, don't write the story. That's the one thing you don't want to do. Do not write the story about that. I will not support anybody writing about my game series.
Since it creeps you out enough, would that classify as a creepypasta about the series?
Yeah, that's pretty close. I'd say it's about as close as I'm comfortable with getting there in terms of not a creepypasta. I mean, there's someone actually wrote about that. That'd be so weird.
I'd be really flattered, honestly.
I'd be flattered, but then I'd be concerned. It'd be a combination of both. All right, this is the final section before the boss, so we're almost done with the game. But I am gonna show off stage 9 afterwards.
You're dead.
I am. You're right.
I swear to God, if anything screwed up during this recording,
Watch as it's all corrupted.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, good thing it's only SE and then CD then in that case.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we could just redo it tomorrow, but still, it's, you know.
I prefer strongly not to redo it. Yeah, if I don't have to.
I wouldn't mind.
This is trash, so it better not fuck up during post.
I wouldn't mind redoing it. I'm having fun doing it. I just rather redo it, you know, when I'm awake.
Yeah. I'm about to be a danger on the road.
I mean, granted, this is a kind of part of the fun is us being so out of it in a way.
I need to kill myself as soon as I fight the boss here, which is Roth. You've made it. It's a real shame for you. I hope you're ready for the fight of your pitiful existence. You can't harm me. With the power of the Metanet terminal, I am invincible. Let's get this show on the road, you relentless robots. More like, let's kill ourselves real quick.
We're like a fusion. What would our fusion name be?
PAX.
PAX?
Yes.
Or Penny Arcade Expo?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's fight Roth. He shoots stars at you. Of course he does. He also rushes at you.
I'm sorry.
Or Zap XAP.
I saw the exclamation mark. No, I thought it was the Metal Gear Solid sound.
Holy crap! What the heck is this boss?
I think I helped you while you programmed this fight.
I'm pretty sure you did, because yeah, I was trying to plan out the patterns. I need to heal.
Note to self to any aspiring game developers out there: having someone to test your stuff as you create it is really good.
Okay, phase 2. Not bad.
Where's it go?
No, we're not doing fusion voice again. We messed that up the first time.
No, it's amazing.
It was terrible.
Everyone,
but the real question: can you handle my full power?
Everyone loves PAX, man. Die now. Get wrecked. You cannot win.
Oh, I cannot win. I lost. All systems engaged. Get ready.
Get ready. Man, could you imagine a Meta Hunter game with us doing voice acting?
I could. That's the worst part.
Oh. I've decided.
You can write a cartoon about the game.
Oh, I could.
Write a comic. I can see that. I can see a comic for the game.
I'm gonna have a surprise for you at some point, by the way. That's all I'm saying. You cannot win. I don't remember how long it took us to do this one. Playtesting in the programming for you.
2 days.
Was it 2 days?
2 days.
I think it was, yeah.
So it took forever to start working on this, but then once we started working on it, it only took 2 days.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like this more than the... Oh.
Died again.
Someone's angry.
I'm not angry. I just... There's a bit of flinching there. It's like, I just want to beat this boss already.
Mana Hunter CD is new Dark Souls, everyone. I remember this being really hard. I'm not sure if I like this one more than this remix fight or not. I think this might be pretty close for me, actually.
They're both 2 angles, and they're both 2 interesting angles.
Yeah, I really do love the remix fight, but this one also has some really great patterns.
Because this one's where I started to learn how can I really do some cool stuff with it.
Only took you till the final boss.
Pretty much, yeah. Fun thing is you can still absorb his EP once he's invincible too. That's one other weird trick. Boss does 45 damage when you start shooting him like that, and now he's in phase 2.
Man.
We're almost done. We're almost gonna win.
I know. It's just... I think this part's been like about 2 hours long or so.
I think this part may be close to 2 hours, yeah. But I win!
Well, you blue screen.
What's happening? It can't be over! I think voice these last lines. This isn't over, you piece of scrap metal! I may have lost today, but what lies for you tomorrow? Stay prepared! I cannot die! I cannot die! I cannot die! That's gonna be super loud.
Ron Howard voice.
Post.
He died.
He died at the end.
I love how it turned into Australian there towards the end.
It was Australian from the beginning.
No, it was English at the beginning, then it just came...
Nice.
It's sort of like posh English at the beginning, then it didn't just came Australian, mate.
Alright, now we're gonna go grab the last of the mastery crystals and everything like that.
The ride never ends. Showtime.
Thankfully, it's right up here. I know we're
At the very beginning of the game.
Indeed. Got it. Alright, now we're gonna exit the game real quick because we're gonna reload it, and we're gonna, once we reload it, we're gonna go into the sparkling serenity or whatever the heck it's called, and then we're gonna grab that mastery crystal. Then we're gonna go unlock Electric Endeavor. It's just the credits music was playing, and I found a bug in this game after about 2 years. So I don't think I ever intended for someone to skip the credit scene. I didn't think it was even possible. TBH.
No, this can't be possible.
This cannot be! This cannot be! I am dying! How is this happening to me? I'm the perfect cyborg. And I just messed up. That'll take me to the mainland, and I wasn't looking for the mainland. I need to be in that section right there, because you have to use the flybat armor to go in there and grab the mastery crystal, and then you're good to go. I really like mastery crystals as a concept, though. It's really cool. Also like some of the stupid things like, oh wow, we're out of the cave, and now we're in the middle of this grassland area.
Just in case anyone was curious, it's now 2:01 a.m.
It's alright though, we're almost done. We're literally almost done. We've done a complete playthrough of Metanet CD for everybody. So pretty much completely played. The only game we haven't 100%ed is the original Meta Hunter, and it's just because we don't have time to do that right now. It'd probably take about an hour.
You got close though. You got close to getting that 0 death run.
I did get close. I mean, I know what the cheat code is for it because I have a copy that lets me do that. If you want to play it real quick.
Hi.
What? Why would I do it? I don't know.
No, I said hi.
Oh, hi.
Because it said hi.
Electric Endeavor. This is the 9th stage.
Electric Endeavor.
And it's pretty much, once again, a combination of everything you've done. But it's really easy. It's just a neat little bonus that you unlock.
It's very, very colorful. It's like the inside of a I was gonna say it's like the inside of a computer chip. Yeah, sure.
It's a cyberspace, but a different take on cyberspace.
A space that's very cybery.
A very cybery space, indeed. And each color represents each of the worlds too. And there's 8 sections to the stage, I believe, and each one represents a different part.
Okay. I thought you were gonna die there for a second.
No.
I can't wait till we finish this and it's like it turns out it like stopped recording after like 10 minutes.
It's very possible this a lot of hard drive space. It's not, it's only like a gig before.
Ow.
There was originally going to be a prize for beating this level, but there isn't one currently. It's just bragging rights.
It's just, oh hey, you beat it. Good job, I guess.
There was going to be an update to this game too.
There's always going to be an update.
There always was planning an update. I never hate dropping support in my games. But we don't have an artist, and we just didn't have the resources necessary to complete it. Section 4 of 8, we're halfway done, and I'm pretty sure the hardest section's over. I mean, this is the section that requires both.
Oh look, it's a cool guy.
Oh yeah, we never actually showed his special ability.
Yeah, he just murders everything. Yeah, he just nukes everyone. He just a big flashlight and everyone's gone, and he's not affected by it because he has sunglasses because he's cool. He's a radical man.
It's a radical dude, bro.
He's tubular. Huh. And down you go. Did you ever consider doing a mobile port of CD?
I did consider it, but then I never really started working on it.
Ow.
I think by the time I had the tech for it, it wasn't relevant anymore. So, because overall, I think it's the best Meta Hunter overall in terms of like quality and control, but it certainly is missing some of the added flair that makes some of the games a little better overall. It's just missing a few extra things. But it is the beginning of the new generation of Meta Hunter, where it's like, oh cool. We're in section 6 now.
How is there a draft in a computer chip?
Because this is a bonus stage.
No, it's the fan in the computer.
Well, something's wrong with that fan.
The computer's, see, what you're seeing here is dust flying off the fan.
Well, what's wrong with the stupid computer then in that case?
Because you've been playing the game so long at this point, the computer's overheating. It's meta, get it? And
okay.
That's now canon.
That's not canon.
It's canon.
That is totally not canon and not what happened. I can't see.
Your level design is beautiful sometimes.
I can't.
It's like a work of art.
I'm not looking close enough at the thing too, though. I'm pretty far away.
It's now 2:07 a.m.
2:07 a.m.
and Xavier has died again
Oh yeah, one weird thing is the vampire armor does jump super high with the sand. There is no canonical explanation for this. I need an excuse to require the vampire armor to unlock the next bonus stage. And that was the best thing I could think of at the time.
You really liked your really small platforms this game.
For this stage, yes.
For this game, they have quite a few of them. There are quite a few areas that have this really small fucking platforms.
For wall jumping reasons, yeah, but never for main platforms.
In the other games, there are never platforms like that. And this one is like they're like everywhere. They're pretty prevalent. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna give the spikes, but really tiny platforms.
Something you could double jump over.
Those are my new best friend.
Fly over. You have options to avoid them. Besides, Kenzo's default speed is kind of slowish. So
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's a thing I've noticed. It's a trend. That's kind of replaced the spikes.
I mean, you're talking about the Yoku block sections. I'm not gonna agree with that then.
No, I'm talking about the really small platforms. The thin platforms. You know what I'm talking about? Look through this over again in editing, and you'll see what I mean.
No, I see what you mean. That's just I don't know if that's really something I consider a trend. Definitely not a replacement for the death spike abuse we used to do in remakes.
I was saying it as a joke.
I know.
Like they started to become more prevalent after the spikes were gone. Oh, the lasagna killed you.
The ragu is too spicy for me. We are going to beat this stage somehow, but I do not see how it is possible right now. I do not know it is. Why did I play this stage? I should not beat the stage just as a for spoiler reasons, even though there's nothing to unlock.
Just a minute. You played the stage to spite me.
I really did. Just to make this marathon take a little bit longer, and mostly because I wanted 100% CD, so that way nobody could say, "Hey, you didn't complete CD all the way," because
I can imagine YouTube comments if you didn't.
If anybody was a real fan, they'd probably ask me why I didn't play through Electric Endeavor. It's a really fun stage to play, as suitless as you can, but I'm just so tired that I...
really cool looking stage.
It is really cool looking. It's one of another unused tile set from the old Scrap Metal 2012 game. That's a real far back in the thing. Also, I could just skip that part right there. That's crazy.
How has been doing sprite work for the new game been?
Very slow. I'm not very good at spriting.
I kind of want to help you with that now.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something.
Oh, you know, it'd speed up development like a shitload if you did, but...
I saw that thing on my tablet I could work with, I guess. Or I could just try stuff here, but anything is anything, I guess.
Yeah, I have a pen tablet, too.
Oh, this is true. That,
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Stuff we could talk about tomorrow if you're... do you work tomorrow?
I work until 6.
Darn
so
it.
not a very hard day. No, it's not really a darn it kind of thing. It's just a, oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, we could work on some stuff at 6.
You are super
Mario.
Super hunter. Ah, spoiler.
You're a super hunter?
You're a super hunter. You know, Super Mario World where I said you are a super player. Now this says you are super hunter.
Oh, so it's a reference.
It's a reference. And that concludes Metanet Hunter CD. We are finally...
That concludes the 5th anniversary Meta Hunter Marathon.
We've marathoned the fuck out of these games. Thank you for watching. If you
feels
actually
like a marathon.
This, I don't know if you guys
thank you for watching.
Managed to withstand all of this, but hey,
dealing with us, and please leave comments and thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Happy 5 years.
Happy 5
years. Get your copy of CD. Play it. Love it. Get excited for GT. We're getting the fuck out of here. I gotta drive this kid home.
I need sleep. Help.
See you later, guys.
Bye.